the outpouring has been so beautiful. Like people from my childhood, like primary school.
I think it's a very significant moment for cinema, period. Not black cinema, cinema.
We've had all the protests and stuff, and I would say riots of like anti-asylum seeker, anti-refugee. I mean, it's never easy to be from a different place.
From someplace else.
It's never easy.
Kids in Southeast London, kids in South Texas, and all points in between can look at somebody like myself and say, damn, he did that? Special.
It really is.
The extension of the appreciation for the whole experience, and to now get 16 nominations it's affirming. Had we not gotten 16, I would not feel unaffirmed, but it's affirming to be recognized in that particular, extra specially affirming to be recognized, acknowledged in that sphere.
Yeah.
And Wunmi, what's your response to that?
Oh, 100%. I think what, the audience's response has been so overwhelming and so like filled with love and appreciation for the movie. And so we've been like, wow, we felt like this was a really special project when we were doing it. Mm-hmm. And then to have the audience kind of fall in and just like show up and show out for us, like 2, 3, 4, 10 times they'd gone to see it in the cinemas. Right. Then you're like, oh wow, now it felt kind of undeniable, like what we did, what we tried to do, and how it was received. Right. And then to get the nominations was like,
the impact of this work is unassailable.
Yeah.
And it is mind blowing because on every level, creatively, commercially, it's been knocked out of the park. It's there are no words past a certain point. It's that special.
First time Oscar nominees. What was that like?
When it's surreal. Like I don't think it's really gonna hit me until the day. It's a place I've always thought like one day I'm gonna go to the Oscars. Like one day I'd like to be nominated at the Oscars. But I hadn't really thought about when, how, like. But I did believe that I would experience it one day. So I think that's when, I think it's going to hit me more like getting ready, being there with everyone. Because right now it just feels like kind of really surreal. But the thing that I hold on to that feels really tangible is the love that we felt. Like the outpouring has been so beautiful. Like people from my childhood, like primary school, people from... messages through people that,
absolutely.
It's just been amazing.
And that's magnificent, in a word. That's magnificent, because I've had similar people, this wide-based appreciation and joy for me, for us. Yeah. And that is, it's remarkable. And you know what? Having received all of this, I understand, I have an added understanding of what Oscars means to other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we were just talking about the fact that one does not necessarily work to get an award per se. You're concentrated on the work. But in a moment like this, and seeing and feeling and receiving this outpouring of joy, and you understand, this really resonates for other people.
People for whom this industry is not necessarily wide open do need role models, and
absolutely.
And you're both providing that, aren't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I was born in Lewisham Hospital, and you know what? I am hopeful that, and I said this morning, kids from Southeast London, kids in Southeast London, kids in South Texas, and all points in between, can look at somebody like myself and say, damn, he did that? Well, maybe I can. So that's, I hope.
I didn't really see myself represented on British TV. You know, there was Desmond's, but again, that felt very like Caribbean and like not, I'm Nigerian, and then it was like American TV. There wasn't maybe Fresh Prince. That was the Cosby Show, and that was probably all I saw of representation. But again, no one felt like me, and I feel really like, I just feel really grateful that, first of all, that I was encouraged by my mom to just try. Second of all, that I was encouraged by my mom to really just truly be myself. She was always very much like, you are perfectly and wonderfully made. Like, you don't have to change anything.
Oh, wow.
And like when people ask you to change your hair or this or this or that, I was like, no, this is me and this is who I am. And so I hope that our presence is a source of inspiration to a lot of people. I mean, the TV scene looks so different. You've got Michaela Cole, you've got Steve McQueen, you've got people Idris Elba making great work. But yeah, I hope to be a part of that, like, changing culture of and representatives, you know.
Can I say something?
Of course,
I'm sorry.
Of course.
Hearing Wunmi articulate what she just articulated, you're seeing and experiencing, and I'm seeing and experiencing in real time what it means to deconstruct this and to try to get a perspective. You asked me, do I feel British? And I said, well, and you have to, you deconstruct it, and you're processing these things in real time, right now. Mm-hmm. And it's, on some level, there are no easy answers, but in the final analysis, we agree, we hope, and we all agree, we hope to be inspiring to young people, to whomever.
Right.
To whomever.
There's been this idea that this is an actual moment in black filmmaking in terms of a culturally specific narrative for the film, a celebration of the history, black history, in a way, we're learning about juke joints and, and there's a lot of joy in this film. There's a lot of joy in this film, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's a learning process. And a lot of commentators have said this is a very significant moment for black-centred films.
Can I say something, please? I think it's a very significant moment for cinema, period. Not black cinema, cinema. I believe this is very much a cultural moment in a similar way to Black Panther. Cultural moments, but I think they're not confined just to America. I think with Sinners, with Black Panther, these were global phenomena, right? And I just feel it's a significant moment for cinema, because on some level, yes, this work is peopled by black people, by African American people, but you've heard the thing, in the specific is the universal. Mm-hmm. That specificity, I believe, has transcended itself and become a much more global, universal phenomenon. Because, to state the obvious, it's not just black people going to see this film, right? Mm-hmm. It's a wide swath of people, international human beings, going to see this film, interact with this work.
I mean, you really do feel very Mancunian, don't you? It's in your blood. It's very much a part of who you are, I think, even though you live now in the States.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like moving to London when I was 18, and you get a lot of jip for like your accent. You get a lot of like mockery and all that stuff. So I really held on to my accent as strongly as possible at drama school, because didn't want it to feel like I was getting it beaten out of me. Also really didn't like London for a long time. It probably took about 5 years before I really liked my life in London. So I was home every weekend in the first year, spent my whole student loan on train tickets and bus rides back up. So I've always felt like, you know, that was my anchor. But again, like Delroy in a way, I do feel like I grew up in London in a way. Like I was an adult in London for like I was a child in Manchester, and then I came to London, and I really had to, like, it took a long time to cut the cord to really like find myself as an adult in London. And but being Mancunian was very much a part of my identity here in London. And when I'm in the States, it feels very much the same. Like, you know, I'm a Yorkshire Gold.
Yorkshire Gold, no
Yorkshire
less.
Gold. You know, I'm a rich tea and Yorkshire Gold, kind of.
Do you know rich tea?
But I do not.
It's
the most boring biscuit, but it's still but it's
really
delicious.
simple biscuit.
But it's delicious. It's just
Okay.
perfect.
Youngton tea?
Tea, it's just perfect.
When we were first on the, not the camp, when the film came out last spring, and we were talking to the press, and people did not know until Wunmi opened her mouth.
Yeah.
What an extraordinary testament to her talent. Almost immediately I had a different perspective on my mom. And this process of deconstructing that experience, viewing my mom through a much wider lens, through the Windrush lens, essentially. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
But ultimately it's healing.
I mean, being an immigrant now is back in the spotlight, certainly in the United States. It's not any easier, is it? I mean, it's...
No. But I'm going to push back, because I don't think it's just in the United States.
No.
We're seeing...
Definitely. I mean, last summer here was terrifying. And the summer before even was, you know, we've had all the protests and stuff, and I would say riots of like anti-asylum seeker, anti-refugee. I mean, it's never easy to be from a different place.
From someplace else.
It's never easy. And people really underestimate what people, what is that thing when someone says, like, someone said once, I just heard Indira Varma say it, like, if you would only put your child in a boat if land is more dangerous. You know, like, it's nice to feel like you're being celebrated.
Yes.
When sometimes you don't always feel celebrated.
Yes.
And so that feels nice to feel seen, and that your work is
Valued.
valued.
Yep.
Yeah.